2011, there were over 30 deaths due to college drug abuse. One of those misfortunate students was a close friend of mine, cut his life short one night by making one bad decision and overdosed. I'm not here to tell you not to do drugs, but to inform you about college students who use them and abuse them. All across the United States, college students use drugs, and in a survey done by the National Center on Addiction and Substance Abuse, more than half of the students in college have admitted to doing drugs in the past month. Students not only use illegal drugs, but also prescribed drugs like Adderall. I would like to inform you about college drugs abuse for a couple of reasons. For one, I have firsthand seen many of my friends throw away their futures for just using drugs. I've also done extensive research over the facts of college drug abuse. Today, I will inform you on the drugs most commonly used on campuses and why these drugs are used, or tend to be used by college students. Let's start by talking about which drugs are most commonly used and why they typically are used. There are many kinds of drugs taken by college students, some of which are not even illegal. Adderall is a prescribed drug used to treat people with ADD or ADHD, and is taken by many students who are not prescribed to it. Adderall, also known as a smart drug, is mainly taken to get advantage in school, because it helps people focus and get assignments done. In a survey done by SAMHSA, it showed that 89.9% of college students have used Adderall for non-medical use or to gain an advantage in their schoolwork. It's also very easy to get Adderall on college campuses because such a high number of students are prescribed to it and often sell the ones they don't take. Another drug that is commonly used on college campuses is cocaine. Cocaine is a drug that was thought to be the drug of the 80s and 90s, but according to statistics done by the Higher Education for Alcohol and Drugs, the percentage of students using cocaine in college has gone up 7% since 2005. Now, the students who like to use cocaine are the ones who go out a lot and party, or the ones who like to pull all-nighters and study. The reason they do this is because cocaine makes people feel like they're not drunk, and it gives them the sense that they can do anything. And when they go out, if they get really drunk, then they typically do this. And some students have reported they've done cocaine to stay up late if they have a final to do. According to Mark Howard, a researcher on drugs at Columbia University, reported that 5% of the students who surveyed said that they have used cocaine to pull an all-nighter in order to study. Hallucinogens, which many people think isn't taken very much anymore, is making a comeback in college life. The number of students arrested for possession of acid, mushrooms, or ecstasy has increased 10% since 2004. New fads like dubstep and going to music festivals are where the majority of college students say they have taken these drugs because they say the music sounds better and they get a better feeling. Wrote Lean Word, who recently surveyed students across the United States. I have stated which drugs are commonly used and why these drugs are commonly used. Now I would like to inform you on the effects of these drugs. Not all of these drugs that I've talked about are fatal, but they all do affect your wallets and academics. Cocaine and ecstasy are possibly the most dangerous drugs used by college students. In the past 5 years, they've reported 17 deaths to cocaine overdose and 20 to ecstasy. All these drugs that I've mentioned are pricey and could have a devastating effect on your wallet. The average price varies. The average price of drugs vary, but there are some of the street prices recorded from customers. Cocaine is about $50 to $60 per gram, $10 per hit of acid, and $5 per an Adderall. And today, I have talked about why college students abuse drugs and what drugs they use and how they can affect you. There are many reasons why college students use drugs and many ways they use them, which all can affect their grades or health. College students abuse drugs, or college abuse is a problem that has affected many students' lives, and maybe even some in here. But again, I'm not here to tell you not to do drugs or experiment with them, but just be smart while doing them and know the consequences.